Invited it. Sacrifice himself to the chair.
In Africa, that's me all I know. I'm African. But me none of the world we live in Africa. I know the things them talk about Africa.
You have to go out to the place. Not on the market yet. So hello everybody, this is Dr. Andrew Solomon. I am here on my program today. I'm going to talk about how to take care of your hair, especially if your hair is in a locked form and you need to wash it. Locked hair can be shampooed, okay? And if you do not have the time, obviously you can invest in a stylist, someone who can help you take care of your hair, so that you can back here we need to. Can you imagine even back here we couldn't get all the hair? So this is what we're doing. We wet the hair first, and then we begin to just wash the scalp, okay? So if you are by your, if you're in a place where you have the shower running, you can divide your hair into sections. You know, so I'm gonna move this like that. And then you can begin to wash your hair in sections. Okay, so notice I have this front section together like that. And the reason why you do that so that you don't want your hair to be entangled. Okay. The back here, we need to wet it. It wasn't as wet as the front. The beauty about my friend here is that he has mostly clean locks. Kudos to your mom and to you for keeping your hair really nice and neat. Maybe to, you know, when's the last time you washed your hair?
Last week.
So did your mom do it or you did it yourself?
My mom did it.
Okay, so your mom, kudos to her.
Yeah, last week Monday.
Beautiful. So it's clean for the most part. So the only reason why we're shampooing your hair, because we're getting rid of any product buildup, because we want to introduce new product. Before we introduce new product on locks, we want, would someone get a microfiber towel? So we put it around Judah's shoulders. Just sit up, Judah, before water runs down his back. Okay, there we go. Right. So I am taking sections and keeping it in sections is how we do it. Okay. So we're not going to do a lot of work here because he washed his hair a week ago. The beauty, we're using a shampoo bar. You can use the clarifying shampoo bar, or you can, when this comes out on the market, this is the okra. Okra is very good for our hair, okay? So, yeah, my studio person, you can put this away on the, put it over there. Shampoo bar is because we want to make sure that, you know, we wash off any product off of your locks. Because later on, we're going to introduce a moisturizer that will keep the locks moist, okay? I love that your hair is really beautiful and clean. Now, the other thing that we used here is a bar that has activated charcoal. And activated charcoal is very good at moving impurities from hair. So this new black okra shampoo bar, it is really going to help the hair get cleaned up nicely. It will take any impurities off of your scalp and your hair follicles. Okay. So can you pick up your chin? Like that, yes. That way nothing goes in your face. Sorry you have tears, you're crying, but it's fine. Paper towel, anybody? We can wipe away the homemade tears that we just gave Judah. I would wipe this eye because it's the one that is pretending to cry. Okay, now let's. Are you okay? Mm-hmm. You comfortable? Mm-hmm. So as you're washing the hair, like I told you before, once that water starts getting cleaner, you know the hair is clean, the scalp is clean. Now, locks, people look at the locks and they always think locks are dirty, but locks don't have to be dirty. You know, yes, locks can be cleansed. Now, let me stop here and teach you who has sister locks, who has dreadlocks. You can simply run water through your locks. And as you run water through your locks, you know, just squeeze the locks a little so that they can absorb the water. Because remember, your hair is locked. So you have to help the water get inside your locks. That's how you introduce moisture into your locks, and they will not break unevenly. Okay? Secondly, when you get a chance to run water through your hair, it will allow you to manage your hair, your locks. Okay? Especially if you're retwisting, it will give you, flexibility so that you can know how to flex. Okay? Now my water is really clean. If you are here, if you could see what is in my sink, my portable sink, the water is nice and clean. That means my friend's hair here is clean. The scalp, check it. Make sure the scalp is clean. You can even smell it. Smells really good. Okay. The shampoo bar is unscented because we wanted to make this shampoo work for people with sensitive skin. Some people are sensitive to essential oils. At Nisi Naturals, we use essential oils, which are healthy, but also still some people are sensitive to them. For example, I just recently discovered that I'm allergic to lavender. So when I'm handling lavender, I have to put on gloves, So here we are. The hair is washed. It's clean. Okay. So let's see the base. Yes, the base is clean. Now, we get this out of the way. Now, pick up your head. Beautiful. Now we're going to take you back. There we have it. So, use a microfiber towel. Okay? Use a microfiber towel to dry your hair. And for me, I'm going to show you what I would do. As for me, the first thing that I'll do when I'm dealing with retwisting is I'm looking for a rat tail comb. I don't know what I did with it. Okay, it might be back there, so if you could look. We have two. I don't know where the second one went. Rat tail comb. It's back there. All right. I misplaced my rat tail comb. But anyway, what I was going to tell you, even you, my friend Judah, you're listening. Lesson number one for you is to learn to divide your head into sections. So the first thing that you do is to draw a line from here going all the way to the back. Okay? And then from ear, there we are. Beautiful. So we're going to try and retrace as much as we can. We're going to retrace a line following what your mom had in the first place. It's not going to be really a straight line, but our goal is to divide your hair into sections, okay? Our line is not going to be perfectly straight because know what to do. So I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna clip off the top here. So when the hair is really breaking off, you just help it. Your hair is beautiful and it's manageable, especially when it's wet. Okay? So here we are. So we want to do an experiment here. So 2 locks have entangled into each other so badly, so we had to separate them. There we are, we've just separated them. Aha. So there we have it. My goodness, Judah, you have long hair. Holy Moses. Look at this.
Wow.
You see that?
Wow.
You see that? Wow. Okay. So now we are going to do the LOC method. My studio assistants are going to help me to get the pomade. I think we're gonna, use some pomade to lock your hair. It should be over there. So you see what I just did? There was a part that was badly entangled, so we had to separate it from another entanglement. So we're going to use some of this pomade to retwist your locks. So we could do, I'm going to put this back the way your mom had it. She had it twisted in twos. Okay? So we will put it back exactly how she had it, in twos, like so. This is something you could learn. That is, if you, from what I heard from your mom, she wants you to be able to manage your hair. She also wants you to, every now and then, to take it out and comb it. So 2 strand twists would be good for you. However, if you want to permanently lock it like your brothers, it will be a 1 strand twist. And that 1 strand has to be retwisted, But since you are not yet so sure where you want to go, we will go this way. You see that? So that one is done. It is done. Do we have clips? We have those clips.
It's think they should be in that key.
That's not really what I'm looking for, but that's okay. Okay, let's give me those. I'm gonna divide Judah's hair into 4 sections, which I wanted originally to do. Are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
So we will do this. So we are dividing the hair into 4 sections. We're going to go here and divide this into a section of its own. Yeah. That section is there. Then we have another section right here. So you see 4 sections is what I'm aiming for. So when you're working on your hair, Judah, this would be the best way. Hair is manageable if you divide it into sections. If it's all out at once, it will overwhelm you. You won't know what to do with it. But if it's sectioned off like this, it's easier to manage. If you don't know how to do this, you can ask your big sister to come out and help. And here we are. We're going to put this in a lock. There we are. So we have that. Now we're going to work on this section, okay? This section is what we're going to start with. Okay, we have this that is a new lock. So we take some of this. We introduce moisture to your hair. You should keep this together. Maybe not. It's hot. Then we are going to take the leave-in conditioner. Imara leave-in conditioner is what we're doing. So what I'm doing, I'm just doing a 1 strand here because that's what your mom had. I'm just following the pattern that your mom had before, and that's what we're following. So those of you who are just watching, we washed the hair. We are now retwisting. Okay? Retwisting the hair. If we had those clips, it would be nice. You know those metal clips, if we had them, those would really help us hold Judah's twists down. Anyway, the goal today is to introduce moisture to your hair. That's what we're trying to do. So I'm going to try something here. I'm going to try to to introduce as much moisture to the locks as possible. And keep the locks. If the lock is not damaged, there's no need to untwist it. Okay, you hear me, Judah? If the lock is not damaged, there's no need to untwist it. So what we're going to try as much as possible is to introduce moisture to your hair without tampering with unlocking it. Unlocking is time consuming. So it's starting from the base and trying to retwist. Go all the way until you get to the end, and then you see how I'm taking one at a time? And neatly twisting it. We want to introduce moisture to your hair. That's the number one goal. It is, when it's too dry, doesn't help. Now this one is entangled into another one that we're going to try and untwist it as much as we can. It's the base that you start with, and you twist. You okay, Judah? So, I'm not saying much because I'm focusing on what I'm doing. But for those of you who have locks, when you're trying to twist your locks, number one, you have to wash the hair first. Number two, you have to look for those parts of your hair that are, if locks are interlocking into each other, you have to untwist that particular lock to let it go of another lock. Otherwise, if you don't, your hair will break unevenly, and you'll be forced to cut it, from the base. But what you do, like these two are entangled, one is entangled into another, so I have no other choice but to untwist this one and retwist it. So start from the end and undo it. Start from the end, undo it. Use a wide tooth comb to undo it. Or you can actually use the rat tail comb. Use the rat tail comb to undo it. The rat tail comb. That's what I'm doing right now. See that? The reason why I'm undoing this one because it's locked into another. And if you don't separate them, they will mesh and cause this difficult mesh that you cannot ever put apart. Okay, here we are. This is a 2-strand twist. See? This one was a 2-strand twist. That was locking into another. But we are successful. Ta-da! I am separating it from another. And then this one also is entangled into another. Again, when your locks are entangled one into another, one lock was either accidentally locked into another. You have no choice but to undo it because the hair is going to grow unevenly and it's going to continue pulling on, one is going to pull on the other. So the best thing is to detangle. See, it's not difficult. Now I have to separate this, which was entangled into another. This was entangled into another. Beautiful. Now we have clarity. So here we are going to, there we are. That's what I wanted to separate. Aha. Now we're talking. They're completely separate. So what I'm trying to do here is to go where, the locks are entangled into each other. And then I am going to separate them. I don't want the hair to be, tying, one part to be tying into another. That actually causes your locks to break unevenly. Okay? So let's do this. This will go back here. Like another lock. So the first step, once I finish unlocking that, then I can try to detangle. You can use finger detangling here at Nisi Naturals. We suggest you use finger detangling as much as possible. Okay? Or use a wide tooth comb. Okay? Use a wide tooth comb. And we want, can I get a spoon, please? One. So now we're going to reintroduce moisture here. Today our goal is to introduce moisture to the locks. Okay. Reintroduce moisture, and then relock, retwist. Your hair grows every single week, okay? It grows every single week. So, after a few weeks, you have to go back to retwisting, you know? Your hair grows so fast, so you have to keep up with it. Okay, now we have this one. This is another one that's entangled into another, so we have to work on it. We have to undo it to free it from another lock. What happens is that when you're repairing locks, and Judah is just a beginner, at locking his hair. So sometimes one lock can have hair that belongs to another lock, and it becomes very difficult. As your hair grows, if you don't separate it, it will become a mesh. And once it becomes a mesh, you have no other choice but to you're going to have to unlock it completely, which I'm doing right now. Unlock, then retwist. Unlock and retwist. There we are. So mostly I can see the pattern that your mom uses. She uses a 2-strand twist. Most of the ones that I'm separating right here, they are 2 strands. Okay, now we are going somewhere. Introduce conditioner. I'm using the Nissy's Imara conditioner. Okay. And then I'm locking in the moisture with the Nissy Nachos pomade. And then I'm going to retwist. Your hair is very nice. Thick, so which means it doesn't break easily, but it will still break if you don't take care of it. It tends to break uneven. So there we have it. Introduce as much moisture to your locks as possible. And then retwist. I detangled your hair where it was really seriously entangled. So we reintroduced moisture to this lock, and we're now retwisting, putting it back exactly how it was before, but it was, one was tied into another, and we don't want that. And don't worry, like I said before, do not worry about one hair being caught up in another. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to, because these are drying up, I am going to spray them because they're drying out. Come and get me the hair grow oil. So if you want to do a lot of them, Julia, this is what you do. This is what I did. You have your paper towel to wipe your face? Where's the towel? The towel, what happened to it? It fell. So the other thing you can use is the hair grow oil. If you're in a hurry, do that. Still divide your hair into sections, like so. You see that? Take out that section, take a generous amount of moisturizing leave-in conditioner, and just do that. I just had to repair the middle ones because they were so entangled. Then the next thing you need is add oil. This oil will help penetrate your locks. See that? And then massage it in. I'm not going to try to untwist these ones. They are pretty good. Just massage it in your scalp, the oil. Use this. Use this. That's what you use, the towel. That's why I put it there. So we have finished that section, moisturized. We're now going to go to this section. We're really going to show you how to do a quick remoisturizing process. Take that section and spray, separate, spray, separate, spray. See that? It still has some water locked into the locks, you know. And then take a smaller section of the hair and generous amount of leave-in conditioner. See that? And squeeze it in like so. So if you want, you can retwist if you want. You can just take it and retwist it if you want. But I just took a section of it, then you oil it. This is the Nissi Naturals Hair Grow Oil. Okay, it helps your hair grow, but it also helps your locks stay moisturized. Okay? There we have it. Finish that section. We take this section. Spray. Moisturize the locks. In other words, use a conditioner, a light conditioner. Use a conditioner that's not waxy. Because wax will create buildup. Oil is very friendly to locks because you sprinkle some oil and you massage it into your scalp and then you squeeze it into your locks. Today's goal is we're trying to introduce as much moisture to these locks as possible. Okay? Again, we will keep that there. Now, I'm just going to work on this little section right here. Okay? Now, some of them, they need to be retwisted. This one is completely undone. Okay, that one will have to help it. So this one you have to repair. Wide tooth comb. Start at the end as much as you can and detangle. Now here it grew unevenly, so we have to clip just the end. The entanglement is right at the end right there, so we can actually deal with that. Just clip it right there. So here we are. Quite an entanglement here. One lock grew into another lock and then another lock. So we have to clip that part of the hair. Okay, here we are. So do you know how to twist any part of your hair, Judah?
Sort of.
You know 2 strands, 1 strand?
Just
You know 2 strands? Okay, good. You need to learn more of that. That's how you're going to have to take ownership of your hair. Here we're finger detangling because the hair was really, really entangled. So we had to separate it. Looks like these were supposed to be 2 strands. And I'll put that over there. And then bring this over here. However, you have this and then you have this. Yeah, be patient with locked hair if you're trying to repair it, you're trying to retwist it. You are always going to find some entanglements. Be patient. Don't try to rush them. Just unwind them gently wherever they are entangled. If the entanglement is at the end, you are just better off clipping that very end. Because it's what happened is that the hair grew and it twisted into each other. It grew and grew and grew, and it retwisted itself into each other. So now I have these 2. They're clean. I can repair them by separating them. All right, so now we have finger detangled this. We have used a wide tooth comb to comb out this section, like so. We had to undo this this one because, like I said earlier, it was entangled into another lock. So now we have it nice and clean. We are going to put some conditioner into it, massage the conditioner into it, like so. Massage. This one had to be repaired. Okay. And after we massage, we're gonna lock in with the oil. Like so. And then we're going to twist. Okay, these were originally 2 strand twists. So we're just going to follow the same pattern your mom followed. Like so. Some of the areas I work on big sections. Sometimes I come across one strand, one twist that needs serious repair, like this one. Okay? Serious repair. You stop. And then you retwist. There we have it, nicely twisted. So now, there's this one. That needs to be this one needs to be done and repaired, because most of your lock is out. This one is a different problem. So let me just put in the Imara. It's going to help me detangle this. Massage it in like so. Okay, the Imara is going to help me detangle this. Okay. This one is seriously entangled into one. It started off being 2, and then now it's 3, and then okay. Down here we're okay. It's just as we go, it becomes difficult. We have parts of this lock started off being 1 strand, and then 1 strand became 3 strands. Now we have at the end, there's a knot at the very end. Like I said, if it's at the very end like that, you just clip that knot. Okay? Don't try to comb through that knot. It will not come apart. So here we have to work slowly to undo that. We have a serious entanglement here. Like I said, you have to be patient with it. Always use a wide tooth comb. Comb from the end and work your way down. Okay? Don't start from the bottom and then come up. No. Comb from the end and you'll work your way down. All right? This one, I'm going to keep it as 1. You okay? Okay. Now, so we have worked on this section, moisturizing. Now we're going to work on this section. I had to stop and repair one, actually several strands that were entangled into each other. So the goal here is not to retwist. His mom is going to find a way to retwist the way she likes. The goal is to moisturize as much as possible. Water is the best moisturizer. So I start off by spraying the locks. Spray. Then add a conditioner to the locks. And then add hair grow oil. As you put drops of hair grow oil, put some on your scalp, but also squeeze some into your locks. Okay? Squeeze some into your locks. This is how you lock the moisture in. You use the oil. But also earlier, you could use the pomade. I'm squeezing in that oil as I go. Okay? So this section is also moisturized. Let me separate it like so. Okay. Now I'm going to work on the back right here. This section. So here we have enough moisture in the locks. So what we're going to do is to introduce the Imara leave-in conditioner. Okay, could you bend your neck so we could work on the back here? The back is seriously entangled. This is where most of the work is. We are going to work on the back. The back here is quite entangled. Normally our back is going to be entangled because when we sit down on a couch, we lean on things, and some of those things cause our hair to entangle. So I have to work on this. The beauty is that this one is manageable. Conditioner. So today we're using conditioner, we're using hair grow oil, and this is helping us really detangle. Okay, bend gently like that so I can see back here. This goes where? I think I found a way. Bend your neck, please. It's the only way I can see back here. Your hair is long, Judah. You really are not dealing with short hair anymore, my friend. There's a lot more work here for you to do. So those of you who are watching, we are a little silent here, we're silent there, but we're focusing on, repairing the locks. The goal here is to reintroduce moisture to your locks and repair any twists that are entangled. Detangling is going to be involved, so you have to be patient, we will actually, edit this video so you can watch it, where we are not talking. We will edit that out. Okay. But what I'm trying to do here, because my friend's hair, parts of it are really seriously entangled. So we have to repair it and detangle and do all of that. Here in the back, it's really, really entangled, as I said, because normally we sit on a chair, a couch, and we lean back, and that actually can cause your hair to entangle even more. So we just wanted to do a little repair here and there. Not so much retwisting everything, but just reintroducing moisture. That's what, Judah's mom really wanted us to help him do. Learn how to reintroduce moisture. By the way, the easiest way of reintroducing moisture is just wet your locks. Run water through them. Hopefully the water at your house does not have too much chlorine in it. If it has chlorine in it, boil it. Let it stay for 24 hours. All the chlorine and the extra minerals that cause unnatural discoloring, you will get rid of those. And then the next day you can use that water to rinse your locks. That is the easiest way. You could even stop there. The only thing is that you have to do it more often because you do not have anything to lock the moisture in. So here we are trying to separate those locks that have entangled into other locks. That's the goal. Detangle any locks that are entangled into other locks, so the hair can grow evenly. Then your neck, please. We're almost done. Looks like we have a long way to go, but we are almost done. This part of your hair is the most entangled part of your hair. So detangling is not a quick exercise. It's something that requires a lot of patience, especially when you're dealing with locks, because the hair is always locked. You find that here one lock is entangled into another. So you have to take time, be patient, and repair it. First of all, you have to unlock the part that is entangled into another lock. Take that out so that it's separated. And then retwist. So what I'm trying to show you here, those of you who are watching, be patient. If you're going to deal with locks, you need to make sure you're patient. You can't deal with locks in 30 minutes and then you run. Unless they've been locked nicely and they're secure, then you just have to respray them. If you have locks, use a hairspray. Hairsprays are very good for people with locks, because hairspray mostly have water and oil. So water and oil can help you your locks keep moisture. Okay? So I have two strands here that I have tried to detangle. Then I'm going to put some oil to lock in the moisture. Hair grow oil is good for locking in moisture. And later on when you're retwisting, it will help. That way your hair doesn't entangle as much. Now, I'm going to spray this section and introduce moisture to it. Spray, water, squeeze in the water. There's still some moisture in there as in terms of water being there. So all we have to do is to just squeeze in some conditioner. Our goal today is to reintroduce moisture to dry locks. That's our primary goal. Now that I've squeezed in some moisture, I will seal in the moisture with some hair grow oil. That way the hair is moisturized and it's soft. Don't worry, the product might, stay on top, but eventually it will be absorbed. Okay? That's the thing with our natural hair. So what I'm doing, I'm separating and putting in oil and massaging the oil to his scalp, which is scalp conditioning as well. I have finished this section. And I will lock that section away. Then I work on this final section and we'll be done. Thank you for being patient, Mr. Judah. It's not easy, but we can do it. Again, what I start by doing is separate and spray. Separate the locks and spray them like so. Okay? Separate them and spray them. And then just scrunch and squeeze the moisture into your locks like so. Okay? Take some conditioner and squeeze it into your locks. You see that? And then take some hair grow oil and apply some. Just pick up some locks, apply some, massage on the scalp, like so. See that? The hair grow oil will also help you seal in the moisture. Be as generous as possible. Especially when you find big locks that need oil in them. Okay? When you moisturize your locks like this, your locked hair, it will help you when you're retwisting. It will also help you detangle. Now here, there's a part of your hair that needs serious repair. So I'm just going to separate it. This does not really need much repair. So I'm just going to take this. That needs repair. That needs repair. So we are going to separate what does not need repair and come and attend to that. That has come out completely, so we have to retwist. Okay? You see it? I don't know if you can see it. You see that? Yeah, it has come out completely. So if we don't twist it and lock it, it will start latching onto other locks, and it will be bad news. You won't be able to detangle it. Once it latches into other locks, it will be very difficult to detangle. This is where at the end, we just nip it off. Good. Moisturize with a conditioner. Oil. Does Gabriel twist his own hair?
He hasn't twisted it in a very long time.
Because he has it locked now, like permanently. He just has to retwist it every now and then. Go to the growth and just twist. $150 sometimes. If you have to do it with a professional. Right. Some students teach themselves and they stop making money off of the other college students. Some people really have the money to pay it. Bryant University, some of the kids are from very rich families. Bend your neck, please. It's the only way I can access this. You will eventually get to know your hair and you will begin to redirect it where to go. Right now you have so many things going on. You have single strands, you have two strands, you have strands that are caught into other strands. But eventually you'll get to know the direction that you have to take your hair in. And once you get that, boom, you will be so happy you did. I think Gabriel has almost arrived at that place where he now knows what direction he wants his hair to go. You know. But it takes time to grow into it. Now here we have quite an entanglement. Okay, this one I have to do a single strand like it was a single strand, I think. I don't want to add it to another strand because that's going to make it even entangle them more. Twisting is not easy. Locking is not easy. You just have to be patient. And back here, there's some serious entanglement that we have to deal with. Just the back here. Put this one back. It was 2 strands. I think that's how either you or your mom had it, as 2 strands. I'll just put it back the way it was. So do yourself a favor. Make sure you either get a sateen pillowcase if you don't want to sleep with anything on your head, or you have to put a satin cap on your hair. Otherwise, your locks are going to be badly entangled, and the next step is to actually cut your hair off and start over again. So you need to put a satin cap on your head, okay? I mean your hair.
Yeah, everywhere.
At night when you're going to sleep. Otherwise, you don't do that. Your pillowcase has to be a satin pillowcase. They sell them, I think. I don't know. Where do they sell them?
You right?
You can get them at maybe Walmart, Target. Job like every now and then may have it, you know. Now here, the reason why it's even taking me long over here is because you have a lot of entanglement that comes out of sleeping on cotton bed sheets. And cotton is the worst enemy of black and brown hair. It will mess up your hair and your hair will be completely entangled. You know. So just do yourself a favor so that you don't have to sit through a session like this where, you know, your entangled hair has to be detangled. Detangling takes a long time, Judah. So for me, I would do everything possible to protect my hair from getting entangled. Cotton sheets, they make your hair get entangled, you know. So I'm trying to repair this. I think we have put in a lot of moisture. We finished this. The goal today was to introduce as much moisture as possible. That was the goal. We put in mostly hair grow oil, as much as possible. Sorry about that. These clips look like the jaws of death. Throw your head forward. Throw it forward. Don't come back. Don't come back. Just go forward. No, go forward. Stay forward. Shake it side to side. And then throw your head back. Now you're talking. See that? We have tried as much as possible. But don't worry about the product being on top of your hair. It will eventually dissolve, okay?
Okay.
You know. We did a little repair here and there. Okay? So, those of you who are watching, you know, this was a tedious process, but I just wanted to really do this whole video to show you that, you know, when we are teaching young people like this to, you know, maintain their locks and to keep, you know, their locks moist so that their hair is healthy, it's a process, okay? It's a process. So, you know, anytime you do that, what I just showed you, you drop your hair forward, your head forward, and then you shake side to side, and then you throw your head back, and that's how it's going to be. Okay? So that's really what we have been doing. Keeping these locks moist is the goal that we had. We didn't do too much retwisting. We just had to repair where it was entangled. There's still work to do in there for you, Judah. That would be another day, but we just wanted to introduce moisture. Goal number one. Okay? And I think we've done that. For a few days, you do that. Get some distilled water and some hair grow oil. Put it in a spray bottle like this and spray your locks. Every this and that. You just take 2 tablespoons of that, put it in there, shake it, and spray your hair, your locks. Okay? All right. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.